And so instead of saying, I hope to study here, that you say, I hope to study in the U.S. because the U.S. offers the best opportunities in the world. And so trying to make it as simple as possible, not too complex.
Okay.
And so that's, and you don't want to go on and on. You want to try to answer the answer in about 20 seconds. And so that way that he has time then to ask you all. He has a time limit because he's got a long line. He has their appointments one after another. So he has to get to everyone, and then he has to go for his lunch. And so he's not going to spend too much time. So he doesn't want a long answer. And so make it as short and simple as possible. Why do you want to study in the U.S., sir? The U.S. has the best resources in the world. It has the best name for education in the world. And I know that if I score well and learn the skills and get a good degree, that it's going to be help me for a bright future.
Yeah.
And so 20 seconds, you've got it done.
Okay.
And and then he'll go on to the next question. How much is what university and what program of study do you hope to enter? And you tell him the university and that you want to study computer science and at Findlay University, sir. And so 10 seconds, that one's done. Okay. What is the tuition cost and living expenses? So you give him the breakdown on it. The tuition cost is this, and the living expenses is this, sir. And then who's going to sponsor you? My parents, sir. And then how are they going to sponsor you? That my father's a businessman and my mother is a school teacher, and together their annual income is this amount. They've already set aside this amount for my studies in a savings account for my education, and plus on top of that we have land, and we have
Fixed assets.
many fixed assets, and that are already bringing additional income in for our family. So it's not. We don't have a problem with the finances, sir.
Yes.
So within 20 seconds, you answered that
Okay.
question. And then when he asks you, do you have any family living in the U.S.? No, sir. Just that one's down. And are you planning to work in the U.S.? No, sir. I'm focusing on my studies. And in a couple seconds, that one's down. And then what are you planning to do after you complete your studies? And then so again, 20 seconds, you want to give your answer that I plan to come back, help my family with the skills that I've learned in my studies in the U.S. and develop my own business and be available there for data analysis and with consulting work. And and get married and raise a family in Nepal. And so that. So within 20 seconds, you have that completed very clearly and nicely. Why did you choose Findlay University? Did you apply for? I applied at Ohio State, but I found Findlay University is a more friendly. Findlay is more friendly environment, and it's a smaller university, but it has a very good specialized department in computer science, and so I feel like it'd be a good opportunity for me to study there. And there's some other big cities close by, and so a lot of resources, and so I feel like it's a perfect match for me. And so that should be sufficient.
So what do you suggest me about my answer? So what things should I improve for my interview?
Just again, slowing it down.
Okay,
just
sure.
saying it, and within 20 seconds you get the answer completed. And
sure.
And some answers are very short answers, like who's going? My parents, sir.
Yeah.
My parents, ma'am. And so try to use sir and ma'am on the. You don't have to use officer, but I would use sir and ma'am.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so are you convinced? What will convince? What's going to convince me that you're going to return back to? Well, that this is my family, ma'am. and I love my family, and this is
Yeah.
my culture, my food, everything is that I'm used to growing up, and plus that Nepal is a developing company. I feel like that I can give good input for its further development. It's sandwiched between China and India, and I think really golden opportunities as both of those Asian giants, or both economies are roaring, and so Nepal is right there in the middle of that, and so we feel like that Nepal is going to be roaring too, along with India and China for the future. So I want to be part of that, and so I want to help develop my family, my community, my country. And so,
Sure.
yeah, within 20 seconds, just make it in your own words, like you're talking with a friend. Gaurav, why don't you stay back in America and look for a job and settle down in America? Well, that sounds like the American dream, but I really have the Nepali dream, and that I'm going to develop my family, my community, my country. I'm going to get the skills that I gained from America, bring them back to Nepal, and use them full force to help here. And that's my dream. And so, and it doesn't mean that your dream can't change for the future, and that you can't visit America and do business in America in the future. You may do that, together. And so it's some people here, they've set up back offices, and so they're running all kinds of American business here in Nepal. So it's anyhow, the world is at our fingertips these days. So,
Okay, sure.
That is great potential. All right. And did you watch any U.S. news last night?
I've been watching US news about the TikTok problem.